I've been alone with you inside my mind, and in my dreams I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. No homo. I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. No homo. I can see it in your smile. No homo. Cause all I ever wanted, my arms up.
Goddamn. He slips in the no homo ad lib.
Like as I was doing it, like because at that moment of the podcast, not everybody's in yet or whatever. It's essentially just you and me.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it felt almost like I was singing it to you, so I didn't plan for this, P. I didn't.
Hey man, salute to everybody tuned in. This is the dopest podcast on the planet. This is the Don't Stress Success podcast. I am P the Politician.
I am Daniel J. Scott.
And here we are.
The velvet singing voice.
Here we are, man. How's everybody feeling? How the hell have you been, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm back in beast mode again. That's why I'm looking all grizzly and shit. I forgot the shade and shit like that. Yeah, just back in beast mode, man. Signed up 2 new clients this week, so I'm really getting it again, man.
Yeah, man. You really have been in beast mode. I've seen your posts, and yo, man, you back on it, man.
No doubt, man. I did another $400 to the dollars. My voice broke a little bit. I did another $400 overall to my monthly income. You know what I mean? Just off 2 clients in 1 week.
Not bad at all, man.
We're back. How you doing, P? How's your week?
I'm good to go, man. Good to go, man. Just busy worker B. Crazy week. Still holding it down with this restaurant. Shout out to Cedric Small. Shout out to Chucktown Bar and Grill, man. Cedric came through, took over on the Friday Night Live show Friday. That was pretty dope. So, salute. That's what it is. Shouts out to Karen Bodden. I see she's in the crowd, man. Jay Olin is in the building, man. Curtis Wilson in the building. What's good with you, baby? Parkside Aborigines watching with us, man. What it do, baby? What it do, man? So, shit, man, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Let's jump into it. What's on your mind? That's our first topic, man. We want to know out in the audience what's on your mind. But tell you what's on our mind. What was that topic you were talking about with Twitter earlier?
Oh yeah, apparently Twitter have had a purge, deleting inactive accounts, fake accounts that are just posting that bullshit, all that, those spammy porn links and scam shit. So a lot of people have lost like 70% of their following. Ironically, as we were going through the statistics, I realized Twitter themselves have actually lost 7.5 million subscribers or followers through it.
Yeah,
so I guess
that's crazy.
We can have a little laugh, but I guess they're fronting this. You know what I mean? They're not exposing themselves, because obviously a lot of these fake followers, we've all got a certain percentage of fake followers, because you know we can't choose who follows us as we go along on Twitter and even Instagram and other places. But I think Twitter made a sacrifice. They lost a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Just to clean up the social media, you know. So
I've got the article right here, and it looks like they lost about 12% of their following with this move right here. So that's pretty interesting in itself, man.
Yeah, I think 50 Cent lost almost or just over 500,000, or was it just under?
651,011, something like that.
Yeah, crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Crazy, cray. Paulette Roman is in the building, man. Higgs Boston in the building. Juan the Juice in the building. What's up, Dave Haynes? We see you, baby. So let's talk about it, man. We trying to give away some money today. You feel me? Trying to give away some money. And so this is what you got to do to get the money. You got to flatter us.
Yeah, you got to. What we want you to do is to, in the most creative, most exciting, most outlandish, most outrageous way, we want you to tell you why this is the best podcast in the world. And if you don't believe it's the best podcast in the world, just for this exercise, let's just say it is. Let's just say this. Tell us why you think this podcast is the best podcast in the world, and make the answer as crazy and interesting as possible.
Yeah.
The best answer wins some money today.
Whoever butters us up the most is gonna win the money. So Shaw A. Sims is in the building, man. If y'all trying to get this money, man, let's see them comments, man. Tell us why this is the dopest podcast on the planet, and we giving away some money.
That's it. First week, who won? Don Gafia won. He got some money.
And it was Taj Alexander won some money.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And we show no bias. You know what I mean? Like, just because you won last week doesn't mean you can't win this week too.
Yeah.
It all comes down to whose answer is the best, the craziest, the most interesting, that makes us laugh. You know, we want some crazy comments. Tell us why this is the best podcast in the motherfucking world.
Sean A. Sim says, "Cause y'all giving away money." Hey,
You can't be mad at that shit.
all right. You know what? I'm gonna do this smart this week, man. Let me go find me a pen. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Sean A. Sims gave us our first comment, right? Sean, we putting you in the running, all right?
Yeah. Right now, Sean is on track to winning the money.
Yes, indeed.
So gotta post a better one than that. And you? Hey, Sean, keep trying, man.
Yep. Y'all got about an hour. Juan the Juice says, simple, because Pete consistent and he ain't selfish. He giving game to succeed to whomever. Okay. Juan the Juice in the running. All right. Boom. Now, speaking of telling us why we're the best, our first topic happens to be...
Sorry to cut you off there. Just felt the moment, Pete.
Yeah. Let's talk about narcissism. Are you a narcissist? That's a great segue into this topic, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
because we're being, that was a narcissistic request of us. Tell us how great we are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yo, so Daniel J. Scott wrote a really, really dope blog that you guys should check out. What was the name of that blog one more time?
It's called Me, Why Talking About Yourself is Killing Your Brand.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to lead off with, talking about being a narcissist. So if you ever been floating through Facebook or social media or whatever, and you go down your timeline and you see that rapper or that brand, and all that they ever talk about is, check out my latest single, check out my song, check out my video. They never say hello to anybody. They do nothing but talk about themselves. That's what we talking about right now.
Yeah, man, that shit's weak. That's weak.
Mm-hmm.
Weak.
Antoine Carter, we got to get them tabs on the comments. He says, first time checking out a podcast besides Drink Champs, LOL.
Hey, man, welcome to the journey.
Indeed, man. Sean A. Sims says, y'all better speak up. Sean's trying to win his money, man. He says, because DJ got the coolest accent on the planet. All right.
Hey, man, I think we have a winner.
Hey, we very well just may. But serious note, though, man, narcissism. It's a plague. It's a disease. Throw it your way, Daniel Scott.
Right. So, narcissism is, by definition, someone who's really into themselves, thinks the world revolves around them. And what a lot of people get the wrong impression of is that, the best way to market yourself and promote yourself is to talk about yourself. And I think that comes from people thinking, right, no one's talking about me. So they then become their own cheerleader because nobody's doing it for them. And I think what people do is they look at like people who've already established themselves, who can sit back and say, yeah, I'm the shit. Because they've achieved, like Kanye West, right? As arrogant and as much of a narcissist as he is, we kind of be like, well, you kind of did the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like MJ being arrogant with all the other players. LeBron ain't on my level, Kobe ain't on my level, or whatever. Well, you kind of did the shit. You know what I mean? You kind of proved the shit. And not to say that there's not going to come a point where you can sing your own praises, but at that point, do you really need to?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you've really got to, in this organic base level where people are, whether they're, you know, they're doing well or a bit less than that or a bit more than that, you've really got to find ways to get other people to be a cheerleader for you, rather than go around saying you're the best, how everybody else is whack, everybody else sucks, and blah blah blah. Show and prove, show us what you're capable of, make it appeal to us in a way that makes us want to sing those praises for you.
Right. And I think one of the best ways that you can win out here is by being the exact opposite of a narcissist. Talk about other people, praise other people, give other people their props. So what ends up happening is this subtle thing called reciprocity. And just like DJ Scott was just saying, getting other people to become your cheerleaders. One of the best ways to do that is to champion others. That way they feel a sense of reciprocity to return the favor to you. So that's what it is, man. Sean Sim says, I don't know. It got an MF in the White House.
Hey, man,
okay, that's a great argument right there.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, I think in that case, it's a case of, you know, if you got money, that's what's making the moves for you in a way. But also, well, it's like it was gonna be anyway. It don't matter how he sort of put himself across. And to be fair, he did talk about a lot of other people too. It wasn't all about how great he was, you know what I mean? He talked a lot about Mexicans.
Yeah, sure did. A lot about NFL players, all kinds of stuff, man. So, Paulette Roman says, you guys are real people doing your thing in this life, and we all have to stick this attitude together and show the world we're going to the next level. No matter where you come from, we all have to have dreams. Hashtag Gumsmack. Hashtag Fight Nights Revival, man. Now, I'm real excited to see what Paulette and Gerald Roman have cooking with this whole Fight Nights Revival thing, man. Got some good stuff in the wing. See AJ Connolly's in the building. Juan Juice says he right, LOL. King Pig is in the building. Peace. He says, P, I like the relaxed looks, my G, on Sunday vibe. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. If you just now tuning in, we giving away some money. And as we were just talking about being narcissists, here's how you get the money. You write in the comments why the Don't Stress Success podcast is the dopest podcast on the planet. Whoever gives us the best answer, whoever juices us up the most, gonna give some money away at the end of the show. So that's what it is, man. Get them comments in and let's keep it moving, baby.
No doubt. The craziest answers always win. Like last week, Taj just went on multifaceted shit, you know what I mean? Really went in depth about the question we asked last week. Don Gaffia did the same last week, so we're looking for depth. We want a few lines, you know what I mean?
It's what it is, man. So, DJ Scott, man, how have you been? You said you've been really stepping your game up quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I know I've been doing a lot of stuff that I've never done before. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned, I've been helping to open up this restaurant, and one of the things that I'm discovering is how different and how at the same time a lot of it is the same. Networking in real life versus networking offline. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna throw it your way, man. I would like to hear some of your experience in that arena.
Definitely. So, well, first things first is that the money for, like, getting somewhere online often costs a bit of money. You know what I mean? Like, it is, unless you find something that goes viral or you create something that goes viral, which you can't always predict, it's going to be a slow movement. Whereas like hustling offline can often be a lot faster, whether it's going to a yard sale. I know Gary Vee talked about that in a few episodes of his podcast, and in a lot of his videos on the Breakfast Club, is going to a yard sale and then selling it somewhere else, whether it's on eBay, whether it's on Amazon or any of these Craigslist or these kind of websites. And I just really want to talk about a base level, because a lot of people, it's hard for people like say, for example, Pete, you're working within a restaurant now. You've worked for years and built your connections and network for years, and been around people to make that happen. But for the person who, hasn't really dedicated their life and is only really just at this point now saying, right, I really need to do something with my life. It could be as simple as, you know, buying something for $5 and selling it for 10, buying something with that $10 and selling it for 20. You know, it's flipping. And that's just the basic level of hustling. You know, even online, right, where you could just do drop shipping. You could get t-shirts, you can write whatever you want on them that you think people are going to buy. It's not going to cost you anything. All the costs are going to come out of, you know, the drop shipping company, and you just get to shave a little bit of profit off the top. You know what I mean? But the one thing that is unanimous in all of these things is action. You know what I mean? If you've got any amount of money in your pocket and people neglect these 5s and 10s and 20s because they don't think it's enough, but they don't realize where these 5s and 10s and 20s, what they can become if you just stay disciplined and stick to the plan.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
So through my experience, man, networking offline and networking online, I think what happens a lot of times is that people get so comfortable behind a computer screen and not really realizing that you got to actually get out and touch the people. Like, for example, we've been throwing a lot of different events and stuff. And I could easily just stay behind my computer, pump it out online, create flyers and push it that way. But the biggest thing that I'm learning right now is I need to go out and actually put a face, a handshake, and actually talk to the people. So that's one of the biggest things that I'm learning right now, is that even though I can do it behind a computer screen, getting out and really touching the people, man, that's the stuff that is invaluable that you just can't do from behind a computer screen. So that's what I would have to say. Every event that we throw, I make sure I shake every person's hand that walks in the building, and you know, just little stuff like that, man. It goes a long way. It's called the human touch, I believe, is what they call it. So
that's it, man. And it's all about and it boils down to as simple as this with everything, I think, right? It's like, just go out in the world and be a cool fucking guy, and people are just gonna like you, or girl, be a cool fucking girl, and people are just gonna like you. They're gonna want to be around you. They're gonna want to work with you,
right?
You know, but a lot of people have this thing where they're too cool for people. You know, and we experience a lot online as well, where you hit someone up and say, "Hey, man, just checked out what you do. I really appreciate this shit," and they're just like, "Oh, cool,
yeah,
and, you know, thanks." You know what I mean? Instead of giving you like the passion you gave them, they don't give it back because they're like, "Oh man, I'm too cool for that shit."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sean A. Sim says, always got to get out and put that footwork in. Real talk. Juan Ju says, applying yourself. I agree 1,000,000%. Gerald Roman says, every second is a potential missed opportunity. Paulette Roman says, you've got to want it. Juan Ju says, you got to be a people's person. Paulette Roman also says, boost others is much more rewarding. Indeed. King Pig says, on hand makes a difference with the millennials. Wanda Ju says, right, every second, consistency, ambition, support, and great character. Real talk, man. And, you know, just as important as these things are in real life, they're also just as important when you're networking through social media, through a computer. Going back to the previous topic of being a narcissist. You know, if you make everything all about you, and you're never really reaching out to touch the people, people are going to find that off-putting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. And again, just to tag back, it's like you've got to leave some room in your life for people to come into it. If there ain't no room to come in your life, how could people be a part of your life? If you're looking for, and it boils down to everything. If you're looking to, you know, meet a significant other, maybe you haven't been so lucky in that area so far, and you want to have someone in your life, you got to have that room. You know, you got to be able to have the space in your life for people to come into it. And if you have got that space, but you're guarding that space and you're not letting people into that space, there you go. They cannot be a part of your life. They cannot be, you know, with you.
Anthony Giannotti says 48 Laws of Power is a badass book. Yes. We're about to get into some of them topics in a little bit, but yo, in the meantime, man, I want to see them comments come through. It looks like Sean Sims and Juan the Juice is in the running to win some money. So if you're just tuning in, tell them how they can win $1.
right? Basically, we want you to butter us up. We want you to tell us what's so great about this podcast, what you love about this podcast, why this podcast is the best ever podcast in the world. It really is. It really. I felt like Trump when I said that. It really is. It really is. But whether this is your first time listening, or whether you're like, yeah, this podcast is dope. I don't know if it's the best in the world yet. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend to win some money. You know, tell us why this is the dopest podcast in the world. Get as detailed as you can, get as crazy as you can, and the best, most interesting answer will win some money by the end of the show today. That's a fact check.
Ain't that the truth, brother? Yo, we're zipping through our topics today, man. We gotta slow it down. We want to know some of the stuff that's on you guys' minds, man.
Yeah, no, we're getting a lot of comments today early too. So
yeah,
you know what, guys? What would you want to talk about today? Because we'll find something to talk about. We're like that, you know. But we want to know what you want to talk about. Anyone got any questions? Anyone got any problems they're going through and they can't solve today? Maybe we could talk about. Maybe we can break down some walls today.
And what I find really dope about this show, man, is the fact that we'll do stuff like that. Like, I know there's things that I struggle with every day, and to just have an open forum, an open community. Yo, 2 minds are better than one. Well, we got like on Facebook, we got about 15 people in the audience. Yo, that's 15 minds we can all create solutions for. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. And I prefer this format too because I don't like things that are rigid. You know what I mean? No homo again. Actually, I don't really know homo that because I said I don't like things that are rigid. You know, so. you stepped into that one just now, man. We're gonna move it along.
Tracy Hicks says, keeping it real. That's what it is, man. Appreciate that, Tracy. Gerald Roman says, if you're struggling, pray to God. He will guide you in what is already yours. You know what, man? I'm going to tell y'all something that I've been dealing with that's been on my mind. I'm about to get real personal real quick. So earlier this week, I think I lost one of my longtime Facebook buddies. He's mad at me. So, yeah, he's an atheist, right? And I've been friends with this person for about a year on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? And he's an atheist. And I think he got upset with me because I'm not an atheist. And I just found it ironic that the reason that he doesn't like people that believe in God is because he finds them judgmental. However, he turned around and said, you know what? You believe in God, so we can't be friends anymore. Didn't he just kind of do the exact same thing that he's upset at people over doing? I don't know.
It sounds like he did, too.
Yeah.
It sounds like he did. But out of curiosity, is it the same guy that was talking that mess about XXX Tentacion?
No, not that guy.
Because I know he's one of those as well.
Yeah.
But that was just to set up my own curiosity.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that man, it's nice when people lighten the load on Facebook. It's nice when people just squirt themselves off the premises. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man. But, you know, it hurt my feelings, though, man. Because, I mean, yo, dude was a fly dude, man. You know, he would hit me up. We talk about movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then just out the blue, no, don't want to be a friend anymore. Leave me alone. Okay.
Hey, man, you know what? He just let you know who he is, who he was that whole time, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for as cool as someone is, like I always do this thing of with people is like once they do something once, I know who they are now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be the same I was with them because it's like just that one and people will do it, man. No matter how good an act people put up or whatever, if they're putting up an act, there's gonna be that one time. And if they do something that's out of character, I implore you guys to look into that because that is in character. Anything people do, that's in character.
Right.
You know, it's just something they're suppressing. Yo, shout out Danny Jokes Herbert, man. Thanks for coming through.
Salute. Mike White is in the building. What it do, baby? How you doing, Mike White? Yeah, I'm proud of Mike White, man. He's out here really following some simple rules of success, man. And he's out here getting it in, doing things the right way, man. Salute to you, Mike White. What's good? So, Derek Jenkins is in the building. Listen, man, if y'all don't start telling us why we're the best. We just gonna hang up right now, man. I want to give away this money. You know what I mean?
No. Someone will win some money today, and all you've got to do is tell us why this is the best podcast in the world. You can fabricate it if you need to.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we encourage fabrication, as a matter of fact, man.
Get crazy, man. And there's a lot of people commenting that haven't answered yet. And what have you got to lose? You're going to win some money just by telling us how awesome this podcast is, how dope this podcast is, how this podcast saved your life.
Yeah.
Anything you can think of. The more interesting, the more crazy, the more we fuck with that shit, and the more likely you are to win some money by the end of the show.
Indeed, man. I see Robert Hicks is in the building, man. Salute to him, man. What's good with you, baby? He says that the World Cup game has been crazy, man. Yo, so I don't really know that much about the World Cup. Don't really know that much about football. Tell us a little bit about it, DJ Scott.
Oh, man, it has been a very surprising year. I'm not catching the game today. I'll probably watch it back later, just because, you know, priorities and shit for me, because we got a show bang on this time on a Sunday every week, and I can't be I can't be sacrificing this, because it is, how's it going to be the best podcast in the world otherwise, you know?
I hear that, man.
You know, but yeah, I bet it's crazy, Rob, because it has been a surprising year. Everybody that we thought were essentially the best teams in the world got dumped out the tournament. Yeah. You know, and then you've got certain teams that have been ridiculously surprising.
So what is France and Croatia, correct?
Yeah,
that's who's playing.
France is one of the ones that you could put money on at the start and expect them to be there, but nobody saw Croatia coming.
Okay.
You know what happens, and I'm sure it happens a lot in a lot of sports over there, is where, like, when you think of certain teams, especially when you get to a certain age, and you're thinking of the golden years, and you're thinking they're the same team, but they're not, man. Like say for example, the England team this year, they were all in their 20s, you know what I mean, like early 20s, whereas, you know, teams of the past were, you know, they had some veterans in there, some experienced players, but this has been their best year, which is interesting. But yeah, basically the point is that the time moves on, and teams that were the best teams years ago, like say for example NBA Chicago Bulls, right? You're never really hearing about them anymore, but there was a time.
Yeah.
And still to this day, when you think Chicago Bulls, you think Jordan.
Yep. Oh,
you know what I mean?
I can't even tell you who played on the Bulls since Jordan. You know what I mean?
For real.
Mike White says that this is the best podcast because it has increased his self-value exponentially. Good stuff, man. Glad you know. Sean A. Sims says, y'all dope like Coke and a Pyrex. Good contact. Word.
No doubt. Sean asked me how I feel about England losing.
Yeah.
Hey, funny fact, I'm from Wales, which technically, like, I was supporting England. Shout out England, you know what I mean? They're our cousins, they're our neighbours, they're our brothers and sisters. But I get to, you know, sit back and say, well, I don't care. You know what I mean? Think of, like, say North America is the content, right? And you're talking Canada, you're talking the United States, and you're talking Mexico, right? Where we are Canada or Mexico to England, if that makes sense.
You know what? On another topic, we vacillating back and forth between quite a few things, man. Antoine Carter said, never check one of these. A lot of good game to apply to my journey. Good stuff. Glad I stumbled across it. Appreciate that, Antoine. Now, Juan the Juice is in the comments. He's really trying to win this money. You know what he said? He says, P, I'm about to spit a verse. Or I can sing it to you and let y'all know why y'all are the best podcast. Is that what you just said, Juan? Nah, he actually said, P already told you, goddamn, what you want me to do, spit a verse, or shall I sing it to you? Hey, man, if you were to write some lyrics, I think that may actually... You know what? Gerald Roman says, don't stress the success podcast. The best meaning, brilliant every single time, from content to delivery to networking to supporting the people. Each one, teach one, and you guys live that for real, and thanks for supporting others, especially Gumsmack. You know what? That's the most thought out answer we've had.
No doubt, man.
Let's put Gerald Roman's name down.
Gerald Roman just set the bar.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I feel all tingly inside from that, Gerald. We appreciate that.
Oh, shout out Luke Spillane, man. I didn't see you in the comments. Shout out, man.
He says, you're good because you speak hard truths, fellas. All right. Could dig that. Let's put Luke's name down. can dig that. Well, I'm going to say we're the best podcast because every time we open up, DJ Scott sings us a little medley. What'd you sing today? Let me turn this music down. Go ahead, sing a tune for everybody real quick.
Again? Oh,
yes.
Shit. Give me a sec.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I've been alone with you inside my mind. And in my dreams, I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. No homo. I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Hello. It's me you're looking for.
Yes.
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. You're all I ever wanted. My arms are open.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
For anybody who missed it on the intro.
That is why.
See that passion. That's what we want in your answers, folks.
Exactly, man. That's why we're the dopest podcast around, man. That's what it is. Let's go ahead and jump into these 48 laws of power, man. We've been really going through all the laws every episode. I think we're up to number 30 right now. Give me a moment to get it together on my end.
No diggity. No doubt. Yeah.
These laws are very impactful. And use them how you choose. Some people use them for evil. Some people use them for good. Person like me, I like to know that these laws exist to look out for people using them on myself. So, let's share them. Law number 30, that's what we're starting off at.
Accomplishments seem effortless. Harry Houdini made his stunt performances look like they were a walk in the park, a piece of cake, as easy as stealing a child's lollipop. No one saw just how much work, preparation and practice went into every piece of the puzzle. This illusion we call magic. Make it look like it was improvised, made up on the spot, and it will seem genuine. Boast how much work went into something, and its natural allure, the magic, is gone. Law number 31. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Ivan the Terrible let Russia choose between him as their Tsar or total destruction from its enemies, the Boyars. He made them see that they could only possibly be protected by him. It wasn't really a choice, and the Russians probably had other options that they were unaware of. They begged him to come back to the capital and lead them. This was what he wanted all along. People like to think they have a choice. Present them options that will work for you either way. This is the norm in elections, and anything of real importance. Just like Houdini's performance, it is an illusion. Law number 32. People's need to believe and people's fantasies. There isn't a big difference. Il Brigadino was an alchemist. People believed he could turn objects like wood into gold. Ironically, the only gold he ever made was given to him by the people who wanted him to multiply it. And others started to learn and practice alchemy. Stop clicking on how to make $1 million overnight type clickbait. Stop buying 6-minute ab workout programs and stop going to the 7 steps on how to pull hot chicks within hours event and get real. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Law number 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Cardinal Richelieu would find out the weaknesses of everyone around him, then worked on it by being useful to them until they were of no use to him. One by one, he worked his way up to the king, who at the time was a mere child. Know the weak spots of your opponents, the crack in their defense, and you will know what to work with when you need it. In reverse, do not betray your own weaknesses. Law number 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king. Christopher Columbus did not accept his low standing in the world he was born. He recreated his family tree, married into nobility, and peddled with kings. Now, unless he was mad, people thought, there must be valid reasons behind his bold requests. He must be legitimate. Ask for less, receive less. What you tolerate is what you end up with. Do not think lowly of yourself. You're a king in your own right. You're a queen in your own right. Princes and princesses are no good today. Law number 35. Master the art of timing. Joseph Fouché was switching sides whenever he sensed danger. His biography is riddled with nigh impossible escapes from death. He did not deem it necessary to be loyal to disloyal men. Say what you want of his attitude, but he certainly knew when to act and when to lay low. With time comes change. It is important to not only know how to adapt, but at what exact moment for maximum effect. Too fast and you're a traitor, too late and you're imitating the others. In any case, learn to use time to your advantage. Law number 36. Disdain things you cannot have. King Henry VIII of England ignored his wife Catherine of Aragon for denying him a son. With Thomas Cromwell on his side, he devised a clever plan to marry Anne Boleyn. When you ignore someone, they cannot argue with you, they cannot influence you, you're out of reach and they can't do anything about it. If there is something you cannot and will never have, it is best to push it aside with discontent. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Dr. Weisleder healed his patients with the mere energy of moonlight. Why was this obvious scam so successful? Well, people didn't have the internet back then, but they also believed it was too spectacular to be fraud. The grandiosity, the associated status, rich and famous personalities were waiting in line to be healed and healed again. Using symbols as powerful as the moon and the very absence of explanation let people fill in the logical gaps all by themselves. If everyone believes it, it must be true. Mark Twain wrote, "Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect."
So I just created this dope website with Wix. Let me show you how I did it. First up, go to Wix.
No.
Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. 478 BC, the fearless and experienced warrior Pausanias and his Greek troops captured part of the Persian Empire. Being the overseer of these lands went to his head, and he began acting rather strangely, even for Pausanias. He spoke ill of his own people. Feeling and showing superiority breeds hate. His god complex and constant need to stand out had him killed in the end. You want to fit in, whether you share common beliefs or not. Being better or different in any way just causes trouble through other people's envy and disdain. They'll ostracize you from the group and slander your reputation. How much money do you make? About 70% of whatever they make. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. This is the good old lay a trap with bait and wait. Monkey see, monkey do. The spider web. Mice desire cheese so much, they won't even see the obvious construction around it. When you know your enemies and their weaknesses, you know what they react to, and you use this knowledge against them. Create a false alarm. They'll make a run to save what they hold so dearly and weaken themselves by exposing their flank. That's where you hit them. That's certainly where they will hit you if you fall for it. Keep yourself from being reactive. All that rage, blinding emotions, fear, desire, it makes you predictable and it makes you weak. Don't be impulsive.
It's good stuff right there, man. We'll pick up with the last 8 laws of the 48 laws of power next week. But
Sure we will.
some deep stuff right there, man. Deep stuff. I like one that you says pause and reflect. The I think it was the 37th law. He says something to the effect of, if you find yourself on the side of the majority, then you need to pause, reflect on it, make sure you're making the right decisions. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely, man. That's where a lot of my stuff comes from. It's like looking at what everybody's doing, because because the majority of people aren't somewhere. You've always got to look at the things the majority do as the thing not to do. You know, like say in terms of music marketing, the majority of people are posting links and going in groups and posting links in groups, and you've got to look at that and you've got to think, look, all these people ain't getting on. So there must be an alternative route in which I'm going to get somewhere. What's the minority doing? Because sometimes you look at someone that's doing something kind of weird and you're like, what are they doing? Maybe we should start paying more attention to those people who would try a new thing. Experiment anyway. You know what I mean? If there's experimentation in your game, then how are you going to find the way? You know what I mean? But that's really what I draw from that one.
yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, it's about that time. Somebody's gonna win the money. Who's gonna win the money?
Shit.
Money. You know what? We're going to give y'all a couple more minutes to get some more comments in.
We'll give you some minutes. Yo, is there anyone in the crowd that wants us to talk about a particular thing? It could be like a particular question for music marketing, a particular question on time management, or creating content, anything you can think of. I know there's problems that everybody, or situations people want to overcome. So drop in the comments, man. Ask us some questions. We can keep it going. We're just trying to, store while making useful use of that time. Because we want you guys to have an equal shot at winning the money. We want more answers from you guys.
Indeed. So in a nutshell, if you guys want to win this money, all you have to do is butter us up. Let us know in the comments why the Don't Stress Success podcast is the baddest podcast of all podcasts across the land. We encourage fabricating answers because whoever gives us the most creative, thought-provoking answer is going to get this cash. That's what it is, man. Wow.
That's right. Yeah, just get crazy, guys. I know there's a few people still watching, so get on there and just shoot your shot. You know what I mean? What you gonna do if you don't? You're not gonna win money. But what you're gonna do if you do? You're gonna win some money for what? Typing, coming up with something outrageous quickly in the comment section.
Sean A. Sim says, two of the realest down-to-earth brothers I've listened to in a long time. Thank you for telling it straight to all the best. No doubt, man.
We appreciate that.
Wanda Jew says, talk about what genre is likely to succeed first, if is. Juan, do you mean like as far as music is concerned, or can you clarify what your question is? Thomas YB Wright says, marketing and promotions / how to find the real deals from the scams. Okay, let's go ahead and kick it off with that one, man. That's a great topic right there. I'll throw it your way, DJ Scott, and then I'll put my input in on this one.
So one thing I do for the people that are close to me, or the people I've worked with, or anybody watching this, you can hit me up for this. If you're thinking about going with a particular promo company or a particular individual, run them by me and I'll tell you the absolute truth. I got no bias in it, even if I do the same services or whatever. I'm just going to be straight with you about it. A few things I look for is, like, how's someone who's good at marketing not got nothing going on their page? No likes, no shares, no comments, no content, no experience, no anything like that. And don't get me wrong, it's not all about these aesthetic things like likes and comments and stuff, but you would imagine someone who's any good at promoting would be pretty good at promoting themselves. So if they've got to hit you up and they're talking about what they can do for you rather than you coming across them and thinking, let me get some of that juice, let me figure out what that person's doing, be skeptical. Also look at their followers. Like we were talking about earlier, Twitter just purged like 70% of accounts because 70% also accounts were fake. You've really got to look at people's followers and subscribers and stuff like that. On Twitter, if they've still got the egg shape for a profile picture, because I do, just out of my own curiosity, I'll check on different promo companies, and a lot of them have just got fabricated, and especially if it's like Southeast Asian followers, you can buy them, man. There's click farms over in Southeast Asia. I've seen pictures of them, man. They've got like 1,000 mobile phones on a wall connected to one system, and they press like on their computer, and all these phones start liking shit. So it's not real followers. So look for Southeast Asian followers. They're usually fake, and really look into whether or not you think the followers of anybody is legitimate. Check their engagement. If they're good at marketing and promoting, how the fuck they ain't got no engagement on their own shit? Those three things, if you look out for them, you can't go wrong. But also feel free, if you haven't got me as a friend already, add me as a friend. If you're ever curious about someone or a service, feel free to run it by me. I'll just give you the truth.
Indeed. So for me, man, I love that. That was a very thought out answer and some good stuff in there. For me though, I'm a really analytical kind of person. So for me, one of the quickest ways that I have been able to spot scams is if you don't have any real systematic, tangible information that I could use. And going back to one of the 48 laws of power, if everyone's doing it, then you got to sit back and think. So, for example, you can go up and down your timeline right now. There's so many quote unquote social media gurus and people who will tell you that they can teach you how to gain a following, right? But can they really? And kind of to bounce off of what DJ Scott was saying, let's take a look at their own following. And if they don't even have a following themselves, how could they really be teaching you how to gain followers? You know what I mean? So for me, like for example, there was a time where I really was brand new to social media and didn't really know how to maneuver. And so I would follow all of these different people. And I bumped into this cat named Billy Jean. And the difference between Billy Jean's marketing and all the other marketers, like you can see, he'll do podcasts similar to this, and he'll just go on Facebook Live, and he will systematically break out a chalkboard and write things down. And he's actually teaching you, and he's giving that knowledge to you for free. So the free content that he gives away is so great, it kind of makes you wonder, well, I wonder how much his paid content really is. You know, is that much value in his free content? So that's another thing. Are you gaining any real value on the free content that people are giving you before you put $1 in their hand? You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely, man. And feel free. Like say someone is professing himself as some kind of marketing guru or something. Feel free to say, okay, I'm happy to get it, but give me something, teach me something that'll teach me how to get the money to pay for it first, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if they're really about their shit, they'll say, right, try this out for free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, here's a little technique. Go buy this from there and sell this there, or anything along those lines, right? If they can't do that, if they can't, like P says, if they can't give you the free information, this business is about what you do for free at the end of the day. Like we make this podcast and we talk about just a select few topics or whatever, which like P said makes you think, oh, you know, what else do they know? If this is only just a small glimpse, you know, an hour or so of content, what else do they know? And we've been able to do how many shows now? I think this is like the 17th show.
18th show. 18th
show, and it's just been packed full of stuff you can learn, and this is going to keep going. And not to talk about us, but just as us as an example.
Indeed.
You know, if people aren't giving out free content and all they're doing is asking for your money, like posts like marketing promo for the low, hit me up.
He's marketing promo for the low.
You know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna use that one, marketing promo for the low. I like that.
Low.
Gerald Roman got jokes. He said, "Whiteboard PDP, showing your age." Yes, yes. I'm an old geezer. I turn 40 next week. Come and party with P if you happen to be in the Charleston, South Carolina area. I will be at Chucktown Bar and Grill July the 28th, and we are getting it in. But I want to bounce back to Juan the Juice's question. I'm sorry. Was it Juan the Juice that asked? Yes. Juan the Juice wanted us to talk about what genres of music do we think are likely to succeed first. I'm going to say, and he kind of broke down in a little bit more detail. He says, like in music, like which do you think fans are into the most? You know what's very interesting? I found a link that showed what states are listening to who on Spotify. Like what artist is the most popular on Spotify. Give me a few moments real quick and let me see if I can pull it up. It broke it down by state. Let me throw this your way, DJ Scott. So stall for me right quick.
Want me to stall?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey guys, I noticed I got some great feedback off you guys for my incredible singing voice. I'm actually thinking of starting my own show, like a karaoke show maybe, where people can suggest songs and I'll sing. I got no problem with that. You guys know I got no problem with singing, so just let me know if you're interested in that. Just let me know in the comments if you liked a Daniel J. Scott karaoke with Daniel J. Scott, and maybe we'll get some guests on there. Maybe you guys want to feature on there too.
Yo, you're the best. The best.
I'm just bullshitting, but I mean, I'm very much a believer in if there's a demand for something, come up with a supply.
Right.
It ain't a problem for me.
All right, let me see if I can let me get rid of the damn pop-ups and shit first. All right. So I found this was really, really interesting. Pulling it up. Here we go. All right. Wanda Juice, this might give you a bit of insight. So in a nutshell, this is every state's most listened to artists on Spotify's revealed state by state. So if we just kind of go through, for example, I'm gonna read them all, man. Alabama listens to Lil Pump, Alaska G-Eazy, Arizona The Weeknd, Arkansas's Demi Lovato, California's and Colorado's A$AP Ferg, Connecticut is Huncho Jack, Delaware's Trippie Redd, Florida's Kodak Black, Georgia's Young Thug, Hawaii's Ed Sheeran, Idaho's Imagine Dragons, Illinois is Kendrick Lamar, Indiana is Demi Lovato, Iowa is Taylor Swift, Kansas is Haley Steinfeld, Kentucky is, and as well as Louisiana, is also Demi Lovato. Maine is Justin Timberlake. Maryland's Kendrick Lamar. Massachusetts is Dua Lipa. I've never heard of that artist. I'm out of touch. Michigan is also Kendrick Lamar. Minnesota's Justin Timberlake. Mississippi's the Migos. Missouri's also Justin Timberlake. Montana's Maroon 5. Nebraska's Post Malone. Nevada is Kendrick Lamar. New Hampshire's the Chainsmokers. New Jersey is Dua Lipa. Somebody got to put me on who Dua Lipa is. If I probably jacking the name up too. New Mexico's Logic. New York is 6ix9ine. North Carolina's Kendrick Lamar. North Dakota's Haley Steinfeld, Ohio's Demi Lovato, Oklahoma's Demi Lovato, Oregon's A$AP Ferg, Pennsylvania's Demi Lovato, Rhode Island is NAV, South Carolina's Demi Lovato, South Dakota's Charlie Puth, Tennessee is Justin Timberlake, Texas is A$AP Ferg, Utah is Taylor Swift, Vermont is Kyle, Virginia's Demi Lovato, Washington's Charlie Puth, West Virginia's Kane Brown, Wisconsin is Justin Timberlake, and Wyoming is Triple Extension. So, if that gives you any insight, just based off of what states are listening to which artists the most, seems like hip hop is in there, man. Hip hop and pop is a close second, so they might even be tied. I didn't actually go through and count which artists are which, but just by reading that list, I say either pop or hip hop.
Yeah, and that variety makes me feel like it's real too.
What's that?
That variety makes me feel like it's real too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not someone's, bias or whatever. But people peep game right there, because when it comes to advertising time, and you've got a music that kind of fits with a particular artist there or a particular sound that artist may have, it might be worth running an ad to that particular state.
Yeah, very true. Jewels on top of jewels on top of jewels.
No doubt. Luke Spillane asked, how much music should I give for free? And I think unless you're selling hard copies or some kind of package with the music, you charge that. But I think other than that, I think nowadays everybody just gives it for free, just because not necessarily free, but what they pay for their subscription to whatever streaming service they're using. I think I don't think music is monetary currency anymore. I think it's influencer currency, no doubt. I don't know if there's much weight in like no one's gonna be like, oh, I can't, like, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, because no one's to buy albums anymore. It's not an exciting product anymore, other than as in something you can buy. You know what I mean? Like, people will run out and buy your t-shirts and be excited about that shit, or anything else that's physical, or even a course, or some kind of book that you've written, or something like that. But I just think music so widely available for free, it's a difficult sell. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. So music essentially is, like I've said in a previous episode, it's your ticket. The reason that you've made an album, that's the reason why you should be able to, why eventually you'll be able to sit in particular seats on particular platforms. Yeah, and in my opinion, I totally agree, man. I kind of feel like long gone. I mean, music is just so disposable. I mean, everybody makes music nowadays, you know what I mean? So you've got to get your brand to the point to where people want to put money in your pocket.
you know, and you just do that. Like going back to what we were talking about earlier, like with the content that you offer, right? So let's say you're a musician, your free content is going to maybe be your music, you know what I mean? Maybe your social media posts, people getting to know you. Maybe you put together a podcast, you know, that's your free content. But the more tangible stuff in the way that you gain money is by using that free content that you give to people to bolster your celebrity. That way you're in demand. You build up your followers with the free content, and then once you have a following, then you can negotiate your way into getting paid. For example, if you're doing shows in your local city, no promoter is gonna book you to do a show and pay you for it unless you can prove, hey, I have this type of following, I can bring this many people to your establishment, so this is how much my show cost. You know what I mean? You've got to find a way to leverage your free content into something that can be of tangible monetary gain. So that's all it is. Had another question. Who was it? Thomas YB Wright says, is there any marketing companies that y'all recommend? Yes. I took some time and I pulled up someone who I really, really recommend. His name is DJ Scott. Yes, indeed.
I'm back in man. If anyone wants like a kind of description of, I can give you a rough idea. Like, I know all the good blogs. I know all the ones that take music. I'll be blasting them every day. Things like using my network, so I know people who've got particular shows, particular review platforms, particular just platforms in general, influencers that just post whatever, but you know, for a little bit of money, I'm guessing discounts on some stuff, and I can come up with ideas for you. Instead of putting the music out, I can say, right, no, you're not just putting the music out. This is the story you're going to build. This is how you're going to execute it. And I don't want to reel off every asset of it, because we can talk about that in person if anybody's interested and wants to hit me up. But yeah, I'm open. I'm happy to do it. But besides me, I'd say go with influencers. Go with, like we were saying, the people who are giving stuff for free every day, people who are legit, people who've got followings, people you look at and think, yeah, I could really learn something from that particular person. I'm finding all these companies are full of shit.
I am so sorry. Hold on. Hello, you've reached P the Politician. How may I help you? Ma'am, how may I help you? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Hello? Is it me? They hung up. Alrighty then. Uh-oh. Daniel J. Scott, you're frozen. He's frozen in time. Oh no, I think we lost DJ Scott. Alright, this is what we're going to do then. Till we find DJ Scott, I want to piggyback off of a good marketer, and I'm going to show you a video. This guy goes by the name of Billie Jean is Marketing, all right? And he has some really great content. I'm going to just play one of his videos that you can find on his YouTube page, and I really believe that this guy is awesome, so I'm going to go ahead and start it off.
What do you guys think the name and the subject of your very first Facebook Live is going to be? Or your next Facebook Live if you're already doing it? What's going to be the name or the subject? What's it going to be? It's going to be the how-to or the question form of the #1 problem that they're facing. Super simple, the #1 solution. So here we go. If someone's problem was not enough clients, guess what? Your live stream is called How to Get More Clients. If someone doesn't have enough inventory, it's how to get more inventory without having deep pockets. So the simplest way to title something is to go with the with and the without. Excuse me, I'll say the how-to. The how-to and the without. So let's practice this. And I want everybody to put this in the chat. Remember, take action or you're just sitting here spinning your wheels and wasting time. Got it? So how-to, without. So somebody give me your industry again. I'll show you an example. Okay? This is the easiest way to title your live stream. All right? Real estate. How to buy your first house without spending a fortune or having to have an 800 credit score. Got it? If your ideal customer is a first-time home buyer. Okay? How to get attention for your business without pulling out your hair from stress. Fine, okay. How to buy real estate without using your own money. Good. How to have new clients rolling in while you do. Where's my without, Bridget? How to buy a roof with no money down. How to gain confidence without becoming egotistical. I kind of like that catch. How to get what you want without stressing out. How to get more home buyers with more pay and less work. How to gain more leads without a huge ad spend. How to get a good credit score without paying your debts first. All right? How to negotiate a higher salary without what, Nick? Where's the without to it, my man? Where's the without? If you guys are struggling with this exercise right now, the without needs to be the greatest pain, the greatest form of resistance. Right? How to eat the food you love without gaining weight, right? How to prepare your child for their first day at kindergarten without tears. Come on, I'm kind of liking that, right? Or I would say, how to prepare your child for the first day at kindergarten without being a little bitch.
That is, this is Billy Jean's marketing, man. I love that guy. So going back to a marketer that I think is really on point, there you have it. Now, apparently, we have lost DJ Scott. I think that the forces, I think the Illuminati got him because we're giving away so much game to where he just disappeared. So, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do now. It threw me for a loop. It's all good, though. We gonna still work it out. Hold on, this is it right here. He says he's trying to reconnect, but it just keeps freezing. All right, hold on, y'all. Let's see if we can get DJ Scott back. All right. Oh. In the meantime, while I'm trying to get DJ Scott back, I want to know why you guys think this is the dopest podcast in the world. And we giving away some money, man. That offer still stands. Thus far, we've gotten answers from Sean Sims, Juan the Juice, Mike White, Gerald Roman, Luke Spillane. Uh-oh, I think we got DJ Scott back. Is he there? Is he there? Not quite. Okay. So, with that being said, we almost ready to give away this money. Sean A. Sims is in the building. Says the Queen of England. Wait, these old ass. You know what? This is probably Facebook really messing with us right now, man. It really is. I lost, glad I wrote them down, lost quite a few of the comments. Thomas R.B. YB Wright says, period, y'all keep it real. That's what it do. Oh no, no DJ Scott. All right, it's cool. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and give away this money. I'm pulling up my PayPal account right now. Get logged in. Boom. And let's see what we're working with here. Money. Let's transfer some money. Alright. Boom. Send money. Or request money. Alright. Now. Y'all can hear me typing. Alright. Boom. There it is. So now all we need is a drum roll to see who gonna win this money. I see William Shiley in the building. Die Low is in the building. What's good? Alright, let's see. Let's send to friends and family. Alright. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one real quick, guys. And I think who we gonna give this money to? Let me see if I can catch DJ Scott in the messenger before we just give the money away. Hold on, let's see. Boom. We got Sean Sims in the running, Juan the Juice in the money running, Mike White, Gerald Roman, and Luke Spillane in the running. I'm gonna make one more attempt to try to get DJ Scott back on the line. Let's see if we could do it. Oh, DJ Scott just hit me back in the messenger. He says that he thinks Gerald Roman should get the money. Sean A. Simpson put up the Gmail link, the PayPal link, said go ahead and send that through. Shouts out to Brandon Kyle McCumber, man. What's good with you, baby? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is DJ Scott back? Can we finally get him back? This is what I keep getting when I try to pull DJ Scott back. That's all that I see on his end. Yo, I swear, man, they tried to shut us down. It's all to the good. All right. This is how we're going to do it. DJ Scott thinks that Gerald Roman should get the money. He did actually have a very thought-provoking answer. So I said we're going to go ahead and give it to Gerald Roman. Let's go ahead and do that. Gerald, throw up your PayPal link. I'm going live right now. About to transfer you some money, all right? Jason Williams says, what's up, my guy? What it do, man? Juana Ju says, I'm in the money. Send me the money. I hear you, baby. I hear you. All right. Waiting on Gerald Roman to go ahead and throw up his link so we can get him the money. PayPal. Waiting on Gerald Roman. Go ahead, throw up your PayPal, Gerald Roman. Let's go ahead and send you this cash. I don't know if Gerald really won it, man. He ain't throwing up his link yet. There it is. There it is. Support at gumsmack.com. All right, let's do it. All right. Should we give Gerald $2.22? $22.22? $222.22? $2,222.22? $22,222.22? Uh-oh. Nah, we're not going to give Gerald that much. We'll go ahead. We'll give Gerald $25. There it is. Boom, there it is. Payow. 25 bucks should be in your PayPal account. Let us know if you received it, Gerald Roman. There it is. We appreciate you for holding the show down. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for holding the show down. Shouts out to all of our first-time listeners. Hope that we can get you back next week. Sorry about the technical difficulties with DJ Scott. The Illuminati stole him. Hopefully we'll find him by next week. And love is love, man. Shouts out especially to Sean Sims, Juan the Juice, Mike White, Gerald Roman, and Luke Spillane. Shouts out to everybody tuning in. I am Peter Politician, and this is the Don't Stress Success podcast. On behalf of Mr. Daniel J. Scott, I'm going to end this show, and I'm going to go look for my friend. I believe the Illuminati got him. What up, Larry Capital Gains? I see you, baby. We are out.